Hi, I'm Daphne Oz, and today I'll be showing you how to use Chantecaille's new summer collection to pair a soft bronzy lid with a bright lip that's perfect for summer. So we're gonna do a really juicy, fresh summer face right now. I love starting with the Lifting Serum. It has this great serum consistency, and I just rub it between my fingertips and press it onto clean skin. And this is gonna help alleviate wrinkles, moisturize the skin. Then I like to go for the Magnolia, Jasmine, and Lily Healing Emulsion. This is a really soothing, light, but deeply hydrating moisturizer. It heals the skin. In the summertime, you still have to moisturize, but you don't necessarily want a heavy moisturizer that's gonna make you feel sticky or tacky during the day. And then, of course, can't neglect our eyes. We go for the Stress Repair Concentrate. I'm using my ring finger here, really working the product into the under eye area and then also along the brow bone. Obviously in the summertime, we're out in the sun. You wanna make sure you have plenty of SPF. I start with the Ultra Sun Protection Sunscreen. It feels like water between your fingertips. And the nice thing is this actually acts like a great primer and it sticks perfectly to the tinted moisturizer I'm going to add next. So this is the Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. I love that beautiful golden glow that you get from adding just a thin layer of this tinted moisturizer. And you can see I'm just using my fingertips to apply this, and you get a really clean, diffused finish on the skin. I am going to use a little bit of under eye concealer. In the summertime, I warm up the tone a little bit and use something with a slightly pinkier base here. You can see how bright it is compared to the rest of my skin, but that actually goes a long way in keeping this area under the eyes really bright and reflective so that you don't catch any circles or dark under eye bags there. Now, part of what I love about this look is it stays really just like luscious and summery looking, very fresh faced. Everything that I'm using has a ton of water in it. It's very hydrating. So what you will end up with is a face that looks sun-kissed and summery and not dry. So for this, I'll be using the Real Bronze in Goa. I chose a little bit of a darker shade than my natural sort of skin tone bronzy look would be, because I am going to be using it for the eyeshadow to define my eyes and also for a bit of contouring on the cheek. So I think it gives you a really great summery glow. While I wait for my face to set a little bit, I'll go ahead and get started with the eyes. So starting with a nice fluffy tip brush like the eye definer, I'm going to start with my eyes. And you'll see how glowy this is as a formula. And it does define the eye really quickly. I'll use a nice fluffy brush, a face brush, or a clean powder brush just to blend and blur that outer edge of the shadow I just applied and to carry it up onto the brow bone. I'll be using the Luster Glide Silk Infused Eyeliner in Olive Brocade. This is one of my favorite colors. I'm a green fanatic. I mean, look at that sort of smoky, quartzy look. For this look, I'm actually gonna keep it just at the outer tip here, just to create that lift for the outer edge of the eye. This eyeliner formula is so soft and creamy that you really aren't gonna have to pull with it. It just melts right onto the lid and then sets really nicely. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of powder on my face. We'll be using this HD Perfecting Loose Powder for the face again in Candlelight, taking down some of the shine without losing that lovely fresh dewiness that we want. Now when I work with bronzer, I like to follow the rule of 3, which is to say you want to start from the center of your brow and basically trace the number 3 with your bronzer and then blur and diffuse from there, and you do that on both sides. And what that creates is a bit of tan and highlight at the place where the sun would hit you most readily. Creates a little bit of shadow in the cheek, in the hollow of the cheek, which gives you a nice definition to your face, and then again helps to define the cheekbone and jawbone as well. You can work with a more dense brush like this, which is angled and will help you sort of get that stark line, like so, which you'll then use a fluffier brush to work through. And really take your time here, blend it into the hairline so that it does look continuous and natural. I also love the fact that because I use the same shade on my eyelids, I'm gonna end up with a very married look overall on my face. If you feel like you need a little bit extra just for under the jawbone. And I like to use powder for contouring like this because I do feel like, especially with this one, you can build it nicely. and you end up with a really natural looking tan. I'm gonna go ahead and add a bit of highlight. I'm gonna use the shade Sheen, which has a really lovely goldy bronze color to it. I just feel like this makes all the difference in the world. Here I am going over the topmost part of my cheekbone and actually bringing it around to the brow bone as well. And then I just use anything left over and swipe along the brow line here. So the final step for the face is to use my Aqua blush, which I have in the shade Gladiola. I love this blush. It is 54% water, so it really just bounces and moves on the skin. It's extremely hydrating, and the best part is, especially for summer, it's instantly cooling when you apply. So I put it right on to the top of my cheek, and then I use my finger just to brush it out and flare it over. It has this very natural, dewy finish that's so nice for this time of year especially. So before I add my mascara and my lipstick, I'll set my face with the Rose de May Pure Rosewater. And now I'll do my mascara. It's my favorite, the Faux Cils mascara, a really hydrating, rich formula that creates a lot of body and volume, plenty of curl, and lots of lengthening. So really an all-in-one formula here. I swivel and then pull and bring it up along the lengths of the lashes. I'll be using the Full Brows Perfecting Gel in Tint, but I'm going for the color Light. Just brushing up over the brows, putting them into shape. Because the rest of my face has this very sort of neutral, warm, bronzy glow to it, I actually want to make the lips really pop. These new colors are so hydrating and fresh. Look at this. This is the Lip Veil. I'm gonna start with a nice line. I'll be using the Lip Definer in Vibrant. This is a really pretty bright pink color. A really softly overdrawn lip goes a long way. This is gonna be your summer lip obsession right here. Look how, oh, it's so rich and watermelon-y. Yum. This just feels like pure watermelon. So that's how I add a bit of color and a fresh pop of summer into my makeup look. Can't wait to see you guys try it at home.